How you doing?
Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the SoJO Morning Show. You've got a new
No
CD
problem.
coming out the 21st of this month. It's called Right Here, Right Now. We'll be talking more about that album in just a few minutes. Now, your claim to fame after winning the 6th season of American Idol, you were 17 years old. What kind of advice would you give to that 17-year-old you right now?
Oh my gosh, I would say run. I'd be like, run in the opposite direction. No, I'm kidding. I would probably just say not to worry so much. You know, when I was a kid, literally I went from just being a high school kid to all of a sudden being the most recognizable face in the world. It was crazy. Like, I was on every newspaper, every morning TV show. They were talking about me. Like, everybody knew my name at the time. And my life completely changed. I probably would tell myself to not worry so much just because I had no idea what I was doing.
Sure, yeah.
And it was just like, okay, there you go. So I would say not to worry so much, and also just to, believe in your talent. Like, I knew that I could sing, but right now, sitting here as a 25-year-old now, I'm sitting here going, I know I can sing, and even if all of this fell away, I'd still be singing somewhere. I feel like whether it be a coffee shop or I'd be in college singing somewhere, like, I know I'm still going to be singing. But I think the not worrying thing was what I would probably tell myself.
Sure, and your confidence level obviously has risen. Now, when you go on stage now, I mean, do you still have the butterflies in your stomach, kind of like what you did back when you were 17 years old and on national TV?
Yeah, I still do, definitely. I'm not sure if it's nervousness as much as just I get really anxious to get on stage. Like, when I'm on stage, I feel like everything is right. Like, everything makes sense when I'm singing. So, like, when they go, okay, Jordin, 5 minutes, and I'm standing on the side of the stage, 5 minutes seems like an hour, and I'm standing there, I'm fidgeting, I'm just like, okay, can I go on now? And then if they say, okay, we need 5 more minutes, it's like the worst thing ever. I'm like, oh, no.
The beautiful Jordin Sparks on your SoJO Morning Show. Now, the last couple of years, you've been performing on Broadway, you've been in movies, you've guest starred on TV shows. Now, I also read that you've also designed perfumes, and I noticed that a lot of different celebrities in different categories, they have their own names as far as perfumes is concerned. You've actually been a part of designing the perfume. Talk about the work that goes into that.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I actually did 3 different fragrances, and the first one was called Because of You, the second one was called Fascinate, and the third one was called Ambition. And I was really excited. I wanted to be able to make one that for my fans, that they could just go find, and it was affordable for everybody across the board. But being in that process was definitely a learning experience. It was really cool, just being able to put all the scents together, and there's different notes. There's base notes and middle notes and top notes, and the initial smell you smell when you spray it, and then it kind of fades, and then that's the base note that lasts, and it's amazing. But with doing that, I wanted it to be a scent that I really enjoyed, something that I would wear as well. And it's really cool because even now I have fans that come up and it sounds kind of creepy. I can smell them and I know that it's my perfume, and it's really cool. It's an awesome feeling.
Jordin Sparks totally smelled me. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's definitely been a little awkward sometimes.
All the work that you put in with the perfume is kind of similar to putting together a new album. Obviously, you're not smelling your album, but you're certainly putting a lot of art and work and trial and error. It's finally coming out on the 21st this month. We're excited. It's called Right Here, Right Now. Tell us more about it.
Thank you so much. I am too. It's been 6 years since my last record, so to finally have an album coming out, I'm just beside myself. I'm so excited. But a lot of work has gone into this album, and I was finally asked, Jordin, what do you want to do? What do you want it to sound like? And I'd never really been asked that before. So to be able to go into the studio with that type of freedom was absolutely amazing. It wasn't about what tempo the song was, what genre it came from, what it sounded like, whether it sounded, quote, 2015 or not. It was just like, go in and make music. And I feel like I've really put out a complete body of work. I'm a 90s kid, so I grew up listening to all the amazing 90s R&B, Mariah, Whitney, Babyface, Boyz II Men, Aaliyah, Janet, Brandy. Just being able to listen to all of that they really influenced me on this album. That's what I grew up listening to. That's what I love to listen to now. So you'll hear a lot of that on the album. But I'm also influenced by a lot of other different things. I love country music. I was doing that before I did Idol. I was doing country music, Southern gospel. I love rock. I love the R&B. I love pop. So there's a little bit of something for everyone. I think I would call it pretty music with a bump to it.